In this video, we're going to take a look at our Z31 Rear Spoiler, available from Skillard.com in black powder coat and raw aluminum. All right, so this one that you see on this Z31, you can tell is black powder coated. The splitter support rods are included. Those are silver, whether you get the black or the raw version. We'll get a little bit closer look on the underside here in a minute, but one of the things about these is that they are adjustable, so you can raise them and lower them down. And the point at which you decide to mount it, you can have it further up or further down as well. We put it here so that way it laid back more and matched the rear hatch, but still has adjustability to go up and down. So yeah, so that's kind of the gist of this part. We'll go ahead and open it up and I can show you some of the hinges and the adjustment as well. All right, so on the black version here, we have some black powder coated hinges that are underneath. On the raw version, they are raw. It comes with the machined inserts in it, so you don't have nuts here on the bottom side. Where it attaches to the car, we include riv nuts. So we did drill and install riv nuts in order to attach this. That's something that we have some other videos on that will go into installing riv nuts if you're not sure how that works. A couple things to note about these is that we chose to put the hinge on this bottom side right here, but if you wanted to, you could actually flip it and you could install them on the top side. But since we chose to have this laid back, I just thought it looked better having them on the bottom. And one of the things that's mentioned in the website description is that you can get it engraved. And so the engraving would be here on this passenger side on the back. But for example, like in our configuration, this is pretty low, not very visible. And so if you wanted to have the engraving on the top, this is actually a mirror, so you could flip it over and then end up with the engraving here on the driver's side facing up, if that's what you would like. Yeah, and one of the reasons that we developed this is so that you can have the adjustment for that rear downforce or drag. So on one of my other Z's, I have a similar spoiler, and it's pretty vertical, which is great for, you know, low speeds under 60 or so. But when I get over 60, 70 miles an hour, you can actually feel the back end squatting and the front end getting light. So I will rake that back, and it completely changes the driving experience at highway speed. So for this one, we went ahead and laid this back like so. And then we do have a little bit of threading out on the support rod, and that's just so that way we can still pull it up more, but also we can drop this down. I can back these off. There's and show you some of the adjustment. These aren't tight yet, so that's why they're so easy to move. But for example, like on ours, I can adjust this down and lay it really flat and then run the jam nuts in, lock it into place. Or tighten this back up. And you can see that it's going much more vertical than it was when we started the video. So the nice thing is that you can adjust it for the type of driving you're doing. This particular Z31 is an 89 turbo. It had the spoiler on it. That's why we got some extra holes that we're going to end up on ours in particular, going to weld them and fill them. We have a 85, I think, Z31 non-turbo, and it has no holes in it. So as far as mounting these, we utilized holes that were pre-existing. But if you wanted to, you don't have to reuse these holes. If you had a similar hole pattern from removing the factory spoiler, or if you don't have holes at all, you can actually put these wherever you want, drill the holes, and mount it. One of the things I will note up on the inside here in a minute is where to drill those holes. So here we've got our Z31 deck lid plate that we make. We got ours engraved with the Z, and then there's factory one, or if you got one of ours, you know, you would remove this. I've already taken the screws out, but you would remove that, so that way you get access to the back side. And you can see here there's the machine screw and then aluminum backing plate. These backing plates we include with the support rods and the spoilers, so that way you can actually distribute the load in a larger area, so you don't have to worry about a small surface area that could cause the sheet metal of the car to bend or tweak if you have a decent amount of load pushing against it. Anyway, I wanted to mention, if you're drilling holes, like to mount your support rods to the deck, that you don't want to drill the holes where it's going to be hidden behind structure. Again, this is the 89. On the 85, it's a little different. Some of your structure is a little different. So when you go to drill holes in the hatch and set your height position, you know, make sure that where you put those holes, you can access them still from the inside. There's a lot of adjustability, so as you are choosing that, you know, your angle of the support rods, you know, we have ours angled in, they could be angled out, they could be straight. You know, you just want to position them so that way you have the adjustability range on the spoiler that you're looking for. So, yeah, the other thing I guess I would mention is that you want to make sure you get your center point before you mount the hinges, so that way you're not crooked one way or the other. But other than that, it does take a little bit of drilling, and you got to put a few rib nuts in. But once it's done, it gives you a lot of adjustability for different driving conditions. So, all right, before we wrap this up, figured I'd just show you a raw spoiler. And so you can see the holes in there, so that way you can get the hinge lined up. Here's a hinge that's already got the threaded inserts in it, tumbled, and you know, you would then essentially place these here, run the machine screws in. There is a little bit of adjustability in the holes, so that way you do have a little bit of play. But obviously, when you drill the holes in your hatch to put the rib nuts in, you want to ensure that the holes you're putting line up, so that way you can easily mount it. One thing that you probably couldn't see, because this one was already installed, is that we do already put the holes in here for the support rods in the spoiler, so those are the same distance off the center. And yeah, so raw aluminum, black powder coat. On the website, you'll see the engraving options in the drop-down menu. If you have any questions, again, please email us at sales@skillard.com, and these are available from skillard.com.